Hey guys, welcome back. So in last video, what we did is we did this like view project. What I'm saying is like just created one permissions, but I noticed later like we are following this way. I mean, in everywhere we are following this way. View users, view user. I mean, for singular, there's a separate permission, and for plural, we have separate permission. So let's fix this first, and then we will proceed it further. So what I did is in permission, I've just created one view project's new property in enum. So this I created offline, and so I just want you to follow the same thing, and then in project.controller.ts in get request where we are trying to get all the projects, we can just add s here. And one more thing we need to do here in role permission, we need to add one more permission here just in admin. I want admin uh, that I want admin to have permission, like an admin can access all the projects. By access, what I mean is an admin can see all the projects. Okay, none of the other user like with role, add project manager, team lead, member can, or even client can access a list of all the projects. Okay, now the thing is, let's say I'm a member, probably member 01. If I talk in just in terms of like what email, I mean, what we can say, what user we have. So let's say I am a member 01, and I want to see all the projects which I am part of. So there should be a way, right? So since we haven't added this permission in rest of the roles, but my role is member and client, then I will not be able to access this get projects. All right. So what is the other way to do that? So generally, like let's say even auth, when we are trying to get the profile in current user profile, so here we are trying to get the profiles. I mean the details of the of an user by ID. So let me just go back here and log in with admin 1, and when I will try to get the profile, okay, let me just click on send. I have these two roles, but I also want to see a property like assigned projects, and I want to see all the projects listed in that field in an array. How to do that? So it's very straightforward. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in find user by ID. This is a user service, and we have kept it in user, I mean user module. And if you notice in relations, we have already added roles, right? But how we decided like what thing we need to write here? So if I go back in user entity, if I scroll it down little bit, you notice we created one property that is of type role, and it has a many-to-many relationship with the users. And for many-to-many relation, we create a table. Since we cannot just use a foreign key and in at one end, so we need a table. So that table is something like here in project users. So I mean for roles we have this, and similarly for projects we have this thing, right? Here in the project ID, here we have the user ID. In roles we have this row user ID and roles ID. Why I am trying to show all these things, and the reason behind that is in user entity we need to populate at the time of fetching. So we are already populating roles. Similarly, we will be populating assigned projects. So I'm just going to copy this uh, field name, and this refers to project. This is a many-to-many relationship, and on the other side it is a link with assigned users. So what I need to do here in user service, I'll go back in the same method, find user by ID, just add one comma, and in quote put assign projects. Now you will notice if I try to fetch the details of my profile, I will have one separate property here, assign projects, and I can see all the projects. And I guess right now we have, just hold on for a second, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here this user has 4 projects, and I believe in total we have, okay, so we cannot access these projects, but let me just check in the database itself. Let me just check quickly. So we have total 4 projects. Okay. Okay, let me just try to log in with member 3. Since member 1 has all the projects, I just want to log in with someone where it has just 1 or 2 projects, not all of them. So let me just try to log in with 3 and see whether it has any project. No, it doesn't have any project. Probably member 2 has 1 project. Yeah, instead of guessing this 1 and 2, I could have gone to this database in project users, and if you noticed, the user ID is, most of the user ID is 2, and this is just there's 1 row for 3. So for this, I mean, user ID 3, there's a 1 project associated. So what I'm trying to say is, let's say this user has just 1 project, he's part of this project ID 2, but if we try to access this project, okay, you do not have permission to perform this operation. Why? And why this is not working? Get projects, view project, so it needs a rights of view project. And if I go back in role permission, view project is there, it should have allowed. You do not have permission to access the project. Let me try to re-log in and also check me in authorization, it is where token, and still getting this. And this error is coming from, let's debug. And this error is coming from all exception filter. Since we are throwing this error from permissions. Let me just go back in guard, permission guard.ts, and we are throwing this error from here. So what I will do, I will stop my server. I'm trying to understand. I might be doing some mistake, or probably I'm forgetting something. I'll just add a breakpoint. I'll show you how we can debug it, and I'll quickly go in start debugging, and then it will start our debugger. Um, if you are directly watching this video and you are not able to run this debugger, then you should probably watch my previous initial videos. There I have done the setup for the debugging for the Nest project, and after watching the one of the videos, probably I don't remember the exact video number, but yeah, there's that, it must be in the initial videos, and you will be able to set up the debugger. And then after doing that, you can add debugger point. Probably without doing that, it will not work for you. Maybe your server will stop working. So what I'm trying to do here is, like, I just trying to identify what mistake I'm doing here. So let's try to try to access this and see. I probably would be doing some mistake. So in request, let me just see user roles. I have no roles. What? Okay. Okay. Sure. Let me just play it. I want to check. All right. So this user has no roles. Okay, all right. So previously, like just after the last video, I mean, in last video, what we did is we uncommented this. I'll again just go back and comment it. And why I'm doing it is I want to update this user. So this user is let me update it with something like member, since this is a member. So oh, okay, let me just stop the server. I was trying to run it normally. Okay, instead of updating role 10, I need to update it with I need to update the user 3. Ideally, if let's first update, then I will explain you why I have commented that out. Now we have this member roles. So in general, you will not come in code and comment this. Wait. Yeah, in user, you will not come here and comment this. Why I commented it? Okay, so if we would have not commented this, then this update rule is only part of admin, right? Uh, update user, sorry, update user. If we would have not commented, okay, okay, if we would have not commented this, then how we could have updated this rule? So the only way to do that is we need to log in with the admin. And why we should do that? This update user is part of this admin role. Okay, this is the way we have tied up in our code, right? And now instead of like logging into and pro, what I did is quickly I updated this. The user, I've commented this out and updated it with the current user only. You can also try this right now. You can just go and log in with some user has admin rights, and then you can update this user instead of commenting this. Okay, all right. Now what I was trying to tell here is, if I go back and get project, if I try to get the project 2, you don't have permission to perform this action. So I'll have to re-log in, and then I'll have to get the projects, and now I'm able to get the project 2 details. But what will happen if I try to access the project 6? I'm also getting this project details, but this is not correct, right? Since I'm not part of this project. So this we are going to handle with something called ownership access control based authorization. All right. So we are going to see whether the user is part of that project. Then we are going to uh, return the details. Otherwise, we are going to throw unauthorized data.